Hi you guys, I'm back to do the Why We Love Reading tag, and this is Maxwell. He's the dog that I'm watching. This is the Why We Love Reading tag. Good boy. Finally left me alone. This was originated by Reading with Jack, but I actually first saw it on Books with Court's channel. I'm just gonna jump right in. Number 1, what's your favorite genre? I've said this so many times before, but dystopian, mystery, and probably just fantasy in general. Number 2, at the current moment, what's your favorite book or book series? I have only read the first book of each of these series, but the Killer Unicorn series by Diana Peter Freund, the Dustlands trilogy by Moira Young, Divergent by Veronica Roth are 3 that are in my mind right now, although there's so many more that I love. Number 3, are there any books you dislike reading? Why do you feel the way you do about them? I am not into poetry or anything like that. Also, anything like horror involving zombies or, just blood and guts. I'm not a fan of horror. I don't like to be scared as a form of entertainment or grossed out for the same reason. It's just not what I find to be pleasurable. Number 4, in your opinion, what is the best thing about reading? I like the ability to, like the escapism, to just be able to go into another world no matter where you are, as long as you have a book in your hand. You start just looking at, words on a page, and it takes you somewhere else. Number 5, are there any disadvantages of reading? Well, I would like to say no, except if you try to read a book and walk at the same time, you may or may not trip or, bump into people or things. Not like I've ever done any of that stuff before. Anyway, moving on. Number 6, when did you get into reading? When I was quite young. I didn't learn to read until I was actually in first grade, so about 6 or 7. And as soon as I, really learned how to do it, I got into chapter books right away, or almost immediately after I actually learned how to read, which was quite late compared to a lot of people, I feel. Number 6, when did you get into reading? I got into reading as soon as I learned how to read, which was actually quite late, I feel like, compared to most people. I didn't learn how to read until I was in first grade, so about 6 or 7 years old, because my kindergarten, we didn't really learn very much there, but as soon as I, actually knew how to read, I was into it from that point on. Number 7, in your life, what have you got out of reading? Has it impacted you or changed you at all? I like to think that I'm smarter because I read, but I really have no proof of that whatsoever. I don't know if that's necessarily true, just kind of wishful thinking on my part. Number 8, how often do you buy books, and what do you enjoy about being around and buying these? One of my favorite places to be of all time is the bookstore. I love to be around books. I have to limit myself to how much I can buy because of lack of space and also lack of money. So at least once a month, probably, maybe twice, depending on if, like right now, I have a Barnes & Noble gift card that someone gave me that is calling my name, but not any more than that, even though I would love to buy a book every day. Can't do it. Number 9, what got you started on book vlogging here in the YouTube book community? Did anyone in particular inspire you? I was a fan of watching, book vlogs for quite some time before I started doing it myself, and really the one who inspired me, even though his videos are about totally different stuff, was my younger brother, who made YouTube videos for quite a few years, usually about like toy reviews or like Transformers or Gundams or stuff like that. And I just, out of boredom, I decided to do it. I thought it would be fun. Number 10, who are your favorite booktubers? Quite a long list, but I have to say I really like Renee, or Nihomas2 is her username, I think. I just appreciate her honesty. She's not afraid to say what she thinks about a book, whether she likes or dislikes it, whether or not I agree with her, because a lot of times I don't. I just like that she's able to speak her mind and either, say what she likes and say what she doesn't like. And I try to do the same thing myself. Other ones I really like are Book Rat Misty, because her book chats especially are really cool, and she also is not afraid to say what she really thinks. And quite a long list of other people as well, but I'm kind of running out of time here, so I'm going to move on. Number 11, how many books do you have? Do you ever think you have too many? You can never have too many books. But I have probably about 500 or so, actually a little bit more if you count books from my childhood that my parents still have in their basement. But unfortunately, for the limited space that I have, I do have too many because I'm already running out of room. Number 12, will you ever run out of room for all your books? What will you do if this is the case? I'm extremely close to running out of room right now, and it's very hard for me, especially because I share a room, so my space is even more limited. But I'm just gonna keep on stacking them and squeeze as many into the shelves as I can. I don't have room for any more shelves where I'm at now, but I guess I could always put some in the basement, or I've even told my boyfriend when he gets his own place I'm having my own wall-to-wall bookshelves there somewhere. Or at least one shelf will have to go at his place because I don't have any room at home. Number 13. What books would you save in a fire, and why do these mean so much to you? I would prefer to be able to save all of my books, but I know that that is just impossible. So definitely my Harry Potter series, because that has been like over half my life has been spent reading and loving those books. Also, my Jane Austens, my Agatha Christie's, my Hunger Games, the list goes on, and I'm going to eventually name all of them. So I'll just put Harry Potter at the top for now. Number 14. Anything else you want to add about your passion for reading? I honestly can't think of anything except that sometimes my dad tells me that I'm rude for reading at the dinner table or reading in the car when he's trying to talk to me, and I probably should not do that. Number 15, who are you tagging? No one in specific. I tag all of you guys out there who want to do this video. I'll see you guys later.